It all started when I got a call at 2 a.m. from my sister. She vanished 3 months ago. I can still hear the phone ringing. 5 sharp rings, like a warning. I fumbled in the dark, heart hammering in my ears, and answered. "Hello," a crackle. Then her voice, soft, trembling. "Help me." Her line went dead before I could ask where she was. I stared at the screen. Sarah, 3 months. 3 months since she disappeared. And now, she was calling me. Paused 5 seconds. Whispered, "Help me." The next morning, I drove to her apartment. The place was exactly as she'd left it. Purse on the couch, coffee mug half full, laptop open on a document titled Final Project. Nothing seemed disturbed until I opened her browser history. Pages for local missing persons cold cases. A forum post. Has anyone found the Miller Woods cabin? An address pinned on an online map. I printed everything. I packed a flashlight, a camera with night vision, and my phone. Fully charged this time. By 7 a.m., I was on the highway toward Miller Woods. The forest road was narrow, overgrown. Trees leaned in like silent sentinels. My tires crunched over dead leaves. I glanced at the GPS. "You have arrived." Nothing. No cabin. Just trees stretching in every direction. I followed the pin to a narrow footpath. The air grew colder, damp. My breath puffed out in white clouds. Every snap of a twig under my boots echoed like a scream. After 10 minutes, I saw it. A rotting wooden structure half swallowed by vines. The door hung off its hinges. I raised my camera. "Hello? Sarah?" I called. My voice was swallowed by silence. Inside, the floorboards were splintered. Old newspapers littered the ground, dated back 30 years. On one, a headline, "Teen girl missing from Miller Woods, never found." I snapped photos. A scrap of paper on a rickety desk caught my eye. It read, "They're watching from beneath." Chills ran down my spine as I wondered what they meant. Behind the cabin, half buried in dirt, was a trapdoor. I pried it open. A foul, stagnant odor hit me. My flashlight beam revealed a ladder descending into pitch black. Heart pounding, I climbed down. The air was thick. I reached the bottom and shone my light around a low-ceilinged room lined with shelves. Empty jars. Old dolls' eyes scratched out. And, in the center, a single chair bolted to the floor. I trained my light on the walls. Scratched messages. "He took her. No one must know. She is here." My phone buzzed. An unknown number. I answered. "Help me," she whispered again. I swung the light around, heart in my throat. No one was there. The call dropped. My screen went black. I backed out of the basement shaking. Suddenly, the door slammed above me. I ran up the ladder, kicked at the trapdoor, locked. My torch fell and rolled out of reach. Darkness swallowed me. I fumbled for my phone, dead. Then, faint light from above. The trapdoor creaked open. A silhouette stood there. Tall, 2 long arms. A head tilted at an impossible angle. I screamed. The figure vanished into the cabin. I scrambled up, heart racing like a jackhammer. Inside, the cabin was empty again, except for footprints in the dust leading toward the back wall. I followed. The wall panel swung open like a door, revealing a narrow passage. I stepped through. The passage opened into a small chamber. In the center, tied to that same chair, was my sister, Sarah. She looked hollow, eyes wide with fear. "You shouldn't have come," a voice rasped behind me. I turned. The tall figure stood there, its face blurred, features melting in the gloom. "Who are you?" I managed. He whispered, "I collect the lost." He took a step forward. Sarah's eyes pleaded, "Get out, now." I lunged for the ropes. My fingers fumbled. The figure reached out. I smelled its breath, rotten earth and old blood. I yanked the cord hard, and the binding snapped. Sarah slumped forward. I caught her as the creature faded into the darkness. We bolted back through the passage, burst out of the cabin, and ran down the path until we reached my car. I drove without looking back. Sarah sat in the passenger seat, silent, hands trembling on her lap. The forest receded in the rearview mirror, as if the woods themselves were swallowing the night. At home, she collapsed on the couch and fell asleep. I never heard her story. She couldn't speak, just tears and distant screams in her dreams. It's been 1 week since we escaped Miller Woods. The police found no cabin, no trapdoor, nothing but scattered boards and broken glass. No evidence. Sarah sleeps now, but sometimes I catch her whispering in her sleep, "They're still here." I deleted the photos, erased the call logs, burned the scrap of paper. But at night, I hear my own phone ring. "Help me," it says, and I know it's not her this time.